Welcome to Action Coaching. We're certainly delighted that you joined us on today because we believe that God has a special coaching word for you. Now remember, nobody makes it in life without a coach. All of us need someone that will coach the God-given ability that is in us, out of us, so that we can experience the life that God has planned for us. So everyone needs a coach. And our desire each and every week is to just come and give you some tips. Truly during this time, we don't have a whole lot of time to get in depth on everything. But however, if you want to know more, if you want to know what I think about various things, reach out to me on social media and I would love the opportunity to answer your questions in an action coaching session, or reach out to you and let you know what I think about different things. And when I say I think, based on the experiences I have had, and perhaps they'll help you to move further in your life. We are excited. We're living in such a tremendous time. And surely you want to take your best step forward so that you can experience all that God has planned for you. Now this week I'm going to talk about facing giants. There's a story in the Bible that I love and I'm going to use it for this particular coaching session. And that's the story of David facing Goliath. Now you have to understand, praise the Lord, that Goliath was this huge man, a giant. He was much bigger than any other ordinary human beings that were there at that particular time. And he was threatening the children of Israel. And he was commanding them that if they would send one person out to fight him, and whoever won that battle, then the other army would surrender. Now, many times in life, I know that people think you're going to go through life and not face giants. But everybody are going to face giants. Now, everybody's giant may not be as big as another giant, but I say it like this. A giant is a giant. And we all have to know how to conquer the giants in our life. I know in everything, people want success without adversity. But you know, success and adversity are kind of joined at the hip. There's not going to be any success without adversity. Now let me clear up one thing first, is for all of you that are striving for perfection before you get started, I got news for you. There is no such thing as perfection. Because if there were, then once you're perfect, what else you got to hope for? What else you got to do? What else you got to move you further down the road? I believe that perfection is a continuous striving to get better, or as I like to say, top your last success. And then when you top your last success, you want to top your present success, and you want to keep on moving down the road. So we all going to face giants, and we all going to have adversity. I know how it is when you have a dream, when you have a vision, when you have a goal, and you're just so excited about starting. And at that particular time, you don't see the giants that you're going to face venturing out into this dream and goal that you have. Yeah, I've been there myself. God gave me a divine vision. I said, well, all right, let's get started. Truly, I'll be able to finish this by the end of the week and get things going by the end of the week. I did not know that the giant got up the same time I got up to start the vision and said, yeah, we ready too. We're going to fight him every single day and see who wins. So people, have giants that they must face. Now, what do I call a giant? There are adverse situations. There are difficulties that you will have to go through. There are things that you're going to have to be stronger than. And there are also things you can't run away. You got to go through it. I heard years ago they said you have to go through it to get to it. Now I know we live in a life where most people would rather go around or let somebody else go through it and they come behind to enjoy the results. But however, everybody got their own giant, and you got to learn that giants are going to be faced. Now I know the question says, when will I stop facing giants? When will there be no more giants to conquer? Now, I don't want to say this in a funny way or a particular threatening way, but I can tell you when you have to stop facing giants, when you don't have to face anything else, meaning that when your life is over, there will be no more giants for you to fight. But I choose to fight giants each and every day for as long as it's possible. As I like to say, I'm going to live forever because nothing beats living. So there are giants that we must face. Now let's go through some coaching tips about how do we face giants. In the Bible, David was going to take his brother's lunch. And in the process, he heard the giant threatening the army that his brothers were in. And so once he heard the giants threatening the army that his brothers were in, and they were all afraid to go face the giant, the first thing David decided, and he asked the question, is there not a cause? In other words, his cause was, what will the person get if they take down the giant? King Saul at that particular time began to explain to him, he'll marry one of the princes. His family will be free of taxes. In other words, there were a host of rewards for the person that took down the giant. Now I want to put a pin in it right here and just say this. What is your cause? Somebody said, well, I don't know what my cause is. I'll tell you what your cause is. If where you are is better than where you want to go, then there is not a cause. But if where you are and you believe that you can have better, there is a cause. It is nothing like achieving a dream or taking down giants or experiencing the power of success. I know that success is difficult, but on the other side, the rewards are overwhelming too. If you would ask me, do I mind all of the things I went through? No, when I look back to where I was and where I am now, I can't keep the tears from flowing just thinking about how great and how good God has been, and how every giant that I have faced, I've taken him or her on, or whatever the situation is, and I went out to fight because I believe that God can help me bring the giant down. And that's exactly what he did. So there's got to be a cause. What's the cause? You want to be better. You want things in life. You can move your whole entire family forward. There are many, many people that you will bless if you take down your giant, think about it. There would be no cars, there would be no cell phones, there would be no lights, there would be none of the inventions that we have in today's society if somebody hadn't said, well, it's not created now, but I'm going to take on this giant and I'm going to put in the work, and I'm going to cause that giant to fall. It is said that Thomas Edison failed at making the light bulb 1,000 times. Now 1,000 times is quite a giant. Don't want you to go anywhere. I continue explaining that, and I'll be right back to talk to you. Let's stop talking about how Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times at making the light bulb. But it was the 1,001 time that we all remember. Isn't it amazing in life? You could fail 1,000 times, 2,000 times, but you succeed that one time. And I got news for you. People won't even remember all of the failures you went through. All they will remember is that giant that you took down in your life. So I certainly want to encourage you that these past couple of years, and as things are currently changing in the world, there are going to be many, many giants to fight. It seems like that we are in a reverse of history. Rather than moving forward, look like they're trying to push us backwards. But however, that's just a giant that we're going to cause to fall, because giants are part of success. I remember once a mentor of mine, I asked him, what is success like? And he told me something I never forgot. He said success is like putting the most bitter thing you can in a cup. And when you put it in a cup, you got to put the sweetest thing that you can think of in that cup. And he said, in essence, you got to drink the whole cup. Now, quite naturally, if something bitter in the cup, I wouldn't drink that. But if it's sweet, then I would love to drink that. But when you mix them in the same cup and tell me I got to drink the whole cup, then that's a different perspective. But that's the way it is. If you're going to experience great things in life, if you're going to succeed on any level, you're going to have to fight some giants. Not just one time, 2 times. There may be hundreds of times that you got to fight giants, because the stronger you become, the stronger the resistance comes. And the great thing about it is you cannot even get stronger unless there is some resistance. So understand, giants are going to be fought each and every day. Now let me move on to my second point. I know I'm talking about giants on today and how you got to bring down your giant. Now, my second point is, David had one of the great things in that particular text. that I love. Even though there was a giant, even though there was chances that he might die, that the giant might squash him, he still ran to meet his giant. He didn't hesitate. He ran out to engage the giant. I want to say to you in life, and those of you that watching me, it's time you get your running shoes on. Quit saying I'm going to do it tomorrow. Quit procrastinating. Quit hesitating. Quit saying I'm going to get to it next week. Or I'm going to try it next year. Next year, not promised. Matter of fact, the next day is not promised. Or the next minute is not promised. But you need to get your running shoes on. There's so many people that I know that I'm talking to. You don't want to go out and bought these brand new running shoes. And they just picking dust up in the closet. But it is time to put your running shoes on to face your giants. I'm excited about all of the runners. Every year here in the great city of Atlanta, in the state of Georgia, those of you that perhaps watching me in other places, they have what they call the Peachtree Road Race. Now, some years ago, I used to participate in the Peachtree Road Race. My wife participated in, and a host of the other saints and members would get in the road race. Well, the amazing thing about the Peachtree Road Race is on July the 4th, and thousands of people would gather together to run, I think it's 6.2 miles. I might be wrong on that. But however, they gathered together to run from Dennis Square Mall on Peachtree to Piedmont Hall in the great city. Thousands and thousands, and everybody is running. Everybody is walking. Whatever. And everybody is there encouraging the next person to keep going, to keep going. You can make it, whether you're running or you're walking. In other words, all of us had the same goal, to run the distance and arrive in the park. And you know the amazing thing, all you're going to get is a t-shirt. Now, I'm not here to belittle the Peachtree Road Race, but I'm here to bring out a point. It's time for you to run in your life, because more is at stake for you than a t-shirt. Whatever giant you face, he will fall. And the great thing about it, you won't just hit the giant with your strength. God's strength will be there, and that's how the giant going to fall. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, many people say, well, what all do I need to fight my giants, the things that I'm going to face that seem so huge and so big? I'm here to let you know, you already got all you need within you. Just begin to explore your own gifts and talents, and the giants will begin to fall. I believe that most of the world, a lot of people in the world, were living somebody else's definition of their life. I know how it is. People always try to tell you what to do with your life, or tell you what you should, where you should do this, you should do that. And a lot of people are doing things to try to impress people that they are special. And social media is filled every day with people searching for likes and searching for people to comment on how beautiful they look, or how great they look, or how, and it's just all they're seeking self-gratification. But I found out this: if you don't like yourself, if you don't be yourself, you're going to be the most miserable person in the world. And every giant you face, you're going to fail, because you can't fight somebody else's battle when with their characteristics and they are not yours. I remember years ago, people told me that, well, you don't preach like this person, or you're not your traditional preacher. And I began to explain to them, I know one thing, I am the number one preacher at being me. Meaning that as long as I be me, I'm coming out on top every single time. What I'm saying is, all you need to face your giants, to conquer your giants, is already in you. And God is saying to you today, use your gifts and talents, and every giant will fall in the name of Jesus. I am confident that every giant is coming down. I faced many giants in my lifetime, and there are many more I'm going to face, because there are great things yet in store for me, and I'm never going to stop striving. I'm never going to stop marching out and facing my giants. Matter of fact, I like to be called the person that if you got a giant, I'm ready to face them with you, because I realize that after the giant falls, there are great things on the other side. Why do giants have to be there? Because giants help you to realize your strengths and your weakness. It makes your strength stronger and your weakness stronger too. So I'm excited about you facing your giants. Don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. Thank you for being a part of Action Coaching on today. I certainly want you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for Action Coaching. We are striving to get bigger and better and do more creative things, but we need your financial support so that we can continue to expand Action Coaching, do podcasts, do online interviews and events, but you can help us expand Action Coaching. So I certainly want you to sow a generous seed faith offering on today. No offering is too big or too small, but we want you to sow it. I believe that when you sow into the work of God, God will sow into your life. I like to say, certainly you will reap what you sow. If you sow big, God will cause you to reap big. So I certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering on today. There's a link in my bio, and I would love for you to use one of the giving platforms to sow unto Action Coaching on today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for standing us. And I know this, that God is going to richly bless you. Now I got an exciting announcement. Oh, we are so excited, and we want to encourage all of the people of God to be a part of this exciting Action Impact Weekend, which is going to be July the 23rd and July the 24th. On July the 23rd at Action Creative Village, we are going to have a back-to-school block party. There's going to be food. There's going to be games. There's going to be a job fair. You come up and see what the latest job is. There's going to be all kind of exciting events, fellowship. We're going to have a great and awesome time, and we believe that we're going to give you a light walkthrough as to the progress of Action Creative Village, and we want you to be there. That's going to start at 12 o'clock noon, 23rd to 6 o'clock. We're going to have that exciting block party. There's going to be a raffle that has prizes and everything. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there. Staff going to be there. Members going to be there. Bring a friend. Bring a neighbor. Bring the kids especially so that they can experience that exciting time. And then on Sunday, July the 24th, at 10 a.m., we're going to have an exciting service at the Georgia International Convention Center in College Park, Georgia. Yes, we're going to be there. God has given me a powerful word, and certainly I want you to meet me in that service. Just be a part of the whole weekend. It's going to be a weekend of action, a weekend of fun, and we are going to have an awesome time. Well, the Lord bless you. Looking forward to seeing you there. Of course, you can go to all of our social media platforms and get more update on that Action Impact Weekend. And it's going to be awesome. And I'm looking forward to you being there. As I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.